Get this show on the road. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it. Tickle that like button if you haven't already. Follow the link pinned to the top of the chat. Lots of marvelous content to browse on the channel for a variety of viewers. Happy Friday to all my friends in the YouTube world. How are you all today? Hello, hello, hello. Let's get it. Time to jump back on with Thor. It's gonna be a short stream today. I have some babysitting to do tonight, and I'm excited. Get to hang out with my grandkids. But until then, what's up, Daniel? Welcome, welcome. Sorry about yesterday, bro. I had to end abruptly. Unexpectedly.
How are we doing that?
All right. Still haven't done yesterday's dailies, so let's see if I can go get that done. I think it's Days of Anger. Asher, hello, what's going on? Welcome, thanks for joining the stream, I appreciate it. Daniel, did I tell you what happened? With the imposters? Asher, where you saying hello from? And happy Friday to you both. You sound apprehensive. Well, do you remember on April 15th when I streamed, I thought that Sadat and Lejeune had stopped in to say hello? Do you remember that? Well, anyway, turns out that it was an imposter. Somebody was impersonating Sadat and Lejeune. You don't even remember your birthday, huh? Yeah, so I had an imposter impersonating Lejeune and Sadat stop in and say hi to me on the channel, which I think is an extreme amount of effort to go through just to catfish somebody for no reason. Yeah. So yesterday, Lejeune and Sadat was streaming.
Agent Morales just
And I stopped in on Sadat's stream, said what's up, and then I asked him, I said, Sadat, did you stop by, you know, on my page at the Twitch Gaming? And he said, you know, no, he did not. And I said, okay, I said thank you. I thought that was odd. Somebody stopped by impersonating you and Lejeune. And when I said that, Lejeune was in the chat. So Lejeune chimed in, was like, for real? And I was like, yeah, Lejeune, somebody's impersonating both you and Sadat. So, I think they're looking into it because I don't think either of them want somebody impersonating them.
What Maestro's up to is bad. Space-time continuum, bad. If he has a way to travel...
Might even get someone banned.
Positive thoughts and good luck.
Depending on who it is. Thank you for the likes, folks. Please tickle that like button if you haven't already. Follow the link pinned to the top of the chat.
Says there's a massive spike
Lots of
in
marvelous content to browse on the channel.
Somewhere nearby. Probably where Maestro is too. Eyes peeled, everybody. Aimbots!
I think we should really reload this checkpoint.
Go any differently?
Ah, thank you, Daniel. It's the new Thor Destroyer skin. I just got that yesterday. It is brand new. It is barely 24 hours old. In fact, not even. It's 23 hours old and some change.
Hey, Morales says there's a massive spike in tachyon radiation coming. The origin point is somewhere nearby. Probably where Maestro is too. Eyes peeled, everybody.
All right, who's first?
There we go. Thor Destroyer skin. Yeah, I couldn't resist hooking up my main with this Thor outfit. This is a nice outfit. Like somebody put a lot of work into that. What does it give you vibes of?
Why did I think this was going to go any differently?
Whoops. I meant to land on top of that. Gladiators? Yeah. Okay. Well, he's a gladiator. They did a really good job with the skin. And, you know, it seems like they're getting better and better and better with the skins. Because they're not really like reskins. Like, that's not a reskin.
destruction that surrounds you, Barton. I will save you from it all.
By rewriting history? You know damn well how risky that is. More goons. You know the drill.
Monica failed. I will not.
Oh yeah, we're cruising right along. It is a nice, relaxing, quiet Friday, and I hope it stays that way. Moving right along. I gotta go back and watch the Muppet movie. I haven't watched that in ages. There's a lot of classical music attached to it.
This is the storm Morales told us about. Maestro, here we come. Another group down. Maestro's got to be close. Based on that broadcast, Maestro should be up ahead. Well, here goes nothing.
Yeah, it's a killer skin. And it's got the old school hammer too. I'm happy with that. Joshua! Long time no see. How are you, sir? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you got a break from work. Missed you, bro.
This should be fun.
Happy Friday. And I haven't forgotten about you, Joshua. I'm still trying to get some early hours in.
A small step for a better future. I will succeed where Monica.
Those are on their way.
You got another time bridge stat somewhere?
Oh, we shall take them down. Curse you, Avengers. You won't survive.
No more. Almost time traveling Maestro. Yeah, that would have been bad. Let's go home before we jinx this somehow.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joshua. What time is it where you're at right now, Joshua? Thank you for the likes, folks. I appreciate it. Tickle that like button if you haven't already. Make it giggle. Follow the link pinned to the top of the chat. Lots of marvelous content to follow on
Just
the
got a
page.
word from Agent Morales. Tachyon readings are stable.
Hi, JB.
Great work, everyone.
I will be babysitting tonight, so it is very fitting. Is there anything else I have to do? As far as fall at a challenge 2, nope. Oh, I switch it to challenge 3. No, I'm gonna leave that. Oh, it's Nana. That's right, Nana. I'm sorry. I forgot that JB was Nana. What's going on? I should have known it was Nana when you said hi, Grandpa. I should have known. What's wrong with me? Welcome, welcome. Missed you, Nana. Oh, Joshua, I'm sorry you missed the stream, bro. I hope you're watching my saved streams, because they're still there for you. Miss Atlanta, welcome. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Let me guess. You're in Atlanta? Happy Friday. I hope you're having a good start to your weekend. Let's see. There we go. Snowy Tundra. Gonna see what's up if I can get a good group for beating the odds. A good guess on my part, huh? You're welcome, Miss Atlanta. Thanks for joining. Just putting in some work with Thor in his new Thor Destroyer outfit.
I found a convincing match. Project Omega is being developed at this location.
We've been scanning for cosmic radiation ever since we returned from the future.
And you believe this is where Monica's working on her prototype?
Yes. The readings I've detected are a 99.8% match to the cosmic cube.
So the crazy mad scientist lady...
I like the hearts around your name. That's hot.
Yeah, but she fails and wrecks Earth anyway.
And it's way too unstable.
Definitely can't miss it.
So we get that weapon away from her in the present. She can't use it in the future. No more frozen time bubble. And we find another way to stop the crate. And you have a plan to stop her.
You're damn right.
Get everybody in my crew looking pretty dapper, I might say. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm babysitting my grandkids tonight. Hey, it's cool to stand out, right, Miss Atlanta? It's cool to be different. Like, for instance, if you look at my screen name, I didn't know years ago when I created that screen name that because it's in all caps that it would stand out. Like, that wasn't my intent. That just happened to be the name I used for my stage name when I was rapping. But now when I'm in chats, like, usually people see my chat, anything I comment, because it's, you know, my name is bolded up. No, I have not booked for Doctor Strange yet. Favard, what's up? Thanks for joining the stream, my friend. Happy Friday. But I do plan on going to see Doctor Strange. I just haven't, I gotta get the guys together so we can all go and check it out. In my youth, I used to work at a movie theater because I love movies. I'm a movie buff. And I like to be able to go to the theater and see movies for free because I work there. And I've kept in touch with a number of friends that I used to work with at the theater. And so we're all fans of Marvel, and we will get together occasionally and go see the big Marvel movies that came out. And the last movie we watched together was Spider-Man No Way Home in December. And I plan on going to see Doctor Strange. I've already been in touch with all of them, and it's just a matter of picking a date. But I'm not really worried about seeing it on the opening day or anything like that. No, I have not watched Sonic the Hedgehog. Do you play Miss Atlanta? Do you play Marvel's Avengers? And Favard, do you play Marvel's Avengers? Oh, thank you, Nana. That's your girlfriend's name? Thank you. Thank you, Miss Atlanta. Who is this guy with the epic name? Rushitha? You're a big fan of Sonic. Okay. Yeah, I never owned a Sega system, so I wasn't big on Sonic. But I had friends that had Sega systems. I still remember the opening credits where it goes Sega, way back in the 90s. Sega, when you booted it up. Sebs, what's going on? How are you, Sebastian? Happy Friday. Miss you. Say hello to your mom for me. It's been a long time. Ruchitha. I think I said it right the first time. And for some reason I got kicked out of that session. When you play Sonic too long, it gives you headaches? Well, I can only imagine, since Sonic is a speedster, that there's a lot on the screen zooming by, and that puts a lot of work on your eyes, which can lead to headaches. I can imagine that. A lot to keep track of. Oh, I'm glad you have a first love, Nana. Sebs, just so you know, JB is Nana Bikshu. So that's Nana Bikshu talking. Favard, do you play Marvel's Avengers? Play for like 30 minutes? Wow. It's hard to get anything done in 30 minutes with the games these days. Seb said, oh. Ah, who's your main, Favard? Where is Spider-Man? Well, you know what it is? Nana? Oh, you mean Insomniac Spider-Man. You know what? A lot of people have been asking me about that, and I actually thought that if I started streaming Spider-Man too soon, people would get sick of it. But I've been getting a lot of requests for Spider-Man again, so I think I'm going to bring Spider-Man back on Monday. Okay? I think I'm going to bring Spider-Man back next week, because I can play Spider-Man Insomniac all day, every day. Thor and Iron Man. Okay. I think Thor has all, Iron Man has all the best skins in the game, Favard. You once played Fortnite the whole day? I'm sure a lot of people do. That's a very popular game, and it sounds addictive, so yeah, that's an all-day game. Battlefront can be an all-day game. A lot of games that can be an all-day game. I'm sure GTA 5 can be an all-day game for some people. For some people.
Project Omega's getting shut down. Save the final blow for me, kids.
You can't join everyone, Joshua? Tickle that like button if you haven't already, folks, please. Miss Atlanta, who are your mains if you play Avengers? Or do you play Avengers? I know Favard does. I don't remember if you do. I apologize.
Avengers, secure that super weapon at all costs.
Now those guys look downright hostile.
GTA 5? Yeah, I know. I really never liked anything after San Andreas, to be honest with you. Uh-oh, what's going on, Joshua? Having a typo issue? Is there anything else in here? No. Oh, it's okay, Joshua. Just the fact that you join at all means a lot to me, so thank you. Don't worry about all that. We all have different schedules. We all congregate when we can, and that's all that I can ask, you know? But there's no rules around when you visit. You know I don't have a problem with that. Because of the blood and the guns? I hope people don't play all day just because of the blood and the guns. Joshua says stupid autocorrect. I'm on cruise control right now while I sip my coffee.
Target's up ahead.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
I'm gonna put him on auto again. You drinking hot cocoa? Oh, you don't like it because of the blood and the guns, Sebs. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I think there's too much of that now in a lot of games. It's kind of desensitized everybody to it. In fact, we've been desensitized to so much in the past 25 years as humans, as human beings on this planet. We've been desensitized to so much in such a short period of time. It's ridiculous.
That looks bad.
Hey, buddy, you got another one of those fancy explanations?
Of course. You're witnessing
I mean, school shootings never used to be an everyday thing. There was a time in the 80s, in the early 90s, when school shootings were unheard of. There were no schools with metal detectors in them, you know? Stuff like that. We used to share water fountains. Like it was nothing. Can you imagine that in the time of COVID?
Yeah, modesty isn't exactly part of AIM's vocabulary. Let's teach them embarrassment while we're at it, shall we?
How's the hot cocoa, Joshua? Ooh, the missile just took me. That's okay. You went out and crushed the cocoa beans. You picked the cocoa beans and then processed them, crushed them up, got the other ingredient. I'm just messing with you, Joshua. What country did they pick the cocoa beans in? No.
Yeah, that being way worse up close.
Yeah, that's definitely eco-unfriendly. Let's get inside that bunker.
You've been practicing?
Ah,
Time to practice playing
melted
cardio.
chocolate inside milk. I did not expect you to say that, sir. I give you a digital applause for that answer because that sounds delicious. That sounds delicious. Doesn't even sound like you need to add sugar because you got the chocolate. Trey Pitsley, yes. If you don't have this game already, Trey, and I appreciate you stopping through. I really appreciate the viewership. Yes, there's a lot to this game right now. There's 10 different heroes that you can... No, it's okay, Trey. 10 different heroes that you can work on. You can choose from
Avengers.
any of the 10 heroes. You have
Thorn in my side.
Hulk,
Monica,
Thor,
you're on the wrong side.
Hawkeye, Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Kamala, Kate Bishop, Hawkeye.
It ruined it.
You have a lot to work on when it comes to building up the heroes. You have a lot of campaigns to play.
Do not like the sound of that.
And they're about to come out with a new hero within the next couple of months. So, yeah, you can't get another Avengers game like this Avengers experience. It had a lot of ups and downs over the past 2 years. But I do think they're trying to make our time worth it as fans of the Avengers game. And yes, I think it is definitely worth getting if you haven't played it before. And it's live. It's a live service game, so. Trey, I would love the sub. I really appreciate it. Oh, Trey, you just bought it? Thank you. Wow, all of this is transpiring really quick. I hope you enjoy the game. I highly recommend playing the Kamala campaign first, all the way through, because that campaign is a teaching guide. And by the time you finish the campaign, you'll be fully aware on how to use all of their heroes and their abilities. And thank you. If you do sub, I really appreciate it. Tickle that like button if you haven't already, folks. Follow the link pinned to the top of the chat. Lots of marvelous content to browse on the channel. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Trey. I appreciate it. Who do you think's gonna be your favorite hero to play in the game, Trey? Who do you want to start out with? And I'm saying, like, after you finish the campaign. Because once you're done with the campaign, it takes you into the Avengers Initiative. And that's where the fun really starts, with building up all of your heroes. Oh yeah, Thor is OP, bro. Thor and Hulk. Don't sleep on Hulk. His movement takes some getting used to, but once you're there, it's golden. Oh, Trey Pitsley. I ran a league in DC Universe Online when it first came out. You could actually still look up the league. It's called Prime Galactics. Back in 2012, I had over 200 people in my league in DC Universe Online. And my character's name is Strontian Gladiator, and he looks just like my icon. The guy from Marvel Comics. My character in the game in DC Universe Online looks just like my icon on this channel.
You done here?
Yeah, Trey. I've been playing since PS3, yup. Did you ever hear of that league, Prime Galactics? Like, we're an old league. Yeah, it's been a while, bro. You know, for its time, that game was revolutionary. Because it really gave you that open world experience feel. Like when you go out into Metropolis or you go out into Gotham and you fly around, like you really felt like you're in an open world. I love every year how they had the event in the river where you go out and fight the enemies of Aquaman. I love all of their events. The Halloween event, the Christmas event. They did really well with events and dressing up the environment to make it really feel like that holiday. That was a great game. I do feel though it's a little outdated now. A little. Yeah, Trey, the reason why I stopped playing it was because of the money. Because
AIM has initiated a test run of the Cosmic Cube.
when you can buy a game and then have it live service for the duration of its, you know, the game's life period, without having to, you know, really pay any more money if you don't want to, it kind of defeats the purpose of playing a game like DC Universe, where you have to throw down $15 or more every month just to be able to have access to your apartment and all the missions. You know? Wait. Everything's free now, Trey? Glitches, welcome, my friend. Trey, are you telling me if I go into DC Universe, I don't have to spend any money to get my apartment up and running?
What in the world?
Get me into the system and I'll see what we're dealing with.
So, it doesn't cost $15 a month anymore?
I already told you you failed, but you better die.
Is there anything? Hey, Captain Flash. Thank you for joining, Master Chief. Wait, bro, you just blew my mind. I can't believe that that's free now. There's no monthly cost for DC Universe Online. Oh, wow. Uh-oh, you just got me in trouble, bro. If everything's free, I might have to go and try and rejuvenate that league, but I don't even remember how to play that game anymore. Are you serious? Yo, glitches. What do you think about that? DC Universe Online being free now.
What did you do?
That's enticing. That's got me feeling nostalgic all of a sudden.
Time to make things right.
Because I'm a Marvel fan, first and always. But one thing DC Universe did really well in that game was make it possible for you to design any type of hero, Marvel and DC. And they did it in such a sneaky way. I was really impressed with that. I mean, you had whole leagues that were just like Marvel leagues, and all the characters in the leagues look like those characters.
Power conduits are exposed.
Got one. Hit the power conduit.
Oh, you're a villain? I had some villains too. I had one villain, I think her name was Ebony something, like she was an archer, and I had her bald and her skin was completely like, looked like ebony, completely black. I can't remember what her full name was though. I never really used her. I just did it because at that time I think some of the challenges you had to accomplish with a villain. Yo, glitches, that's what I said.
Barriers are down.
No, it hasn't always been free, Trey. I think you might be misunderstanding what I'm asking you. And I really need you to, because I don't want to download that whole game to find out that it's in the same state that it was when I left it. So I need to ask you very carefully. Once you get to level 30 and you have access to your apartment, do you have to pay $15 a month in order to be able to get into your apartment and access levels that you play above the 30 level? Do you know what I mean? I know the DLCs are free. But what about having access to them beyond level 30? Okay, sorry I'm being so specific, but that's a big download. Like, that's a big download. And the funny thing, Trey, the really funny thing about that is yesterday I ended my stream early. If you look at my stream for Avengers from yesterday, I ended the stream early because I said a friend that I hadn't spoken to in years called me. Well, guess what? That friend was my number 2 man in the league in DC Universe Online. So it's really funny that, and he was telling me about going back into DC Universe. And I was like, nah, I can't play that game anymore. But he didn't say anything about it being free.
It'll be over soon enough. You won't get the better of me again.
There is no wind. He's calm.
No matter. You'll fall soon enough.
Cosmic energy is building up. At once.
This is nothing. The world doesn't need Avengers. AIM will save the world. I will save it.
Junior, is that you? I'm in the time bubble. The cube.
Charging up again.
Doing these weird psychedelic things.
Monica's messing with it. It's unstable.
Okay, but what I think that's what I'm talking about, bro, is Legendary. Does it cost money to be on Legendary each month?
There's this rift, and it keeps getting bigger.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Good from where I'm standing.
Okay, so you do have to pay money.
Cosmic energy is building up. At once.
So desperate to stop.
That's it. Your attacks are destabilizing your energy. Keep going.
Gates out. I got your back. Thought I was countered. Here.
Goodbye, Avengers.
Oh no.
Yes.
I meant to go behind the pole and I hit the pole instead. That's hilarious. Why is it just restarting like that?
Drop the cube.
Okay, so it does cost money every month. That's what I was getting at, bro. When you're not legendary, you lose access to the apartment. You lose access to a lot of stuff. I'm not spending $15 a month to be legendary. Like, they gotta make that free. I was playing it for years. You know how much money I invested in DC Universe Online? Never mind buying the game, but then paying the monthly legendary fee. Yeah. If it's not free to be legendary, I'm not going back to the game. You almost got me.
No.
The apartment is free, but there's things in the apartment that you can't do without legendary.
He's gone, Katie.
What I really like about DC Universe Online, though, was the cooperative experience in the missions. You really felt like there were things you had to know about certain missions, and you had to work together to accomplish missions in the game. They did a really good job of that. Wow, you got the respec station, everything? Really? And you don't pay $15 a month? Okay, you might have just sold me, Trey. That was the detail. But see, I have everything. Dude, I have 3 leagues. I have 3 league halls. in that game. Not one, not two. I have 3 league halls. You know, with the big statues where when your players play and they do well in the game, they get a statue of themselves accomplishments in the league halls. I have 3 of those. Plus, I had like apartments all over the map. I have 4 apartments for each of my heroes. Wow. Okay. And do you mean I can do all the missions that are available to players in the game without paying money? All the missions are available? Wow, Trey, okay. Okay, I'm gonna tell you when I left DC Universe Online so that I can give you a timeline marker. I left shortly after they introduced the Teen Titans. That's when I left. So I've been gone for a while. I've been gone for quite a while. Yeah. Like, you know how they started putting those transport plates in the watchtower and you could transport to the Teen Titans? Dude, I have a whole bunch of stuff. Huh. You know, bro, from one superhero fan to another, I really appreciate you priming me on DC Universe. Even though I'm not a DC fan, I'm a superhero fan, and I'm very nostalgic about that game. We used to congregate outside of the villain bases, and when the villains come outside, you start fights, and like you have the heroes versus villains, and then like the villains rush back inside and get more villains, and then you got more villains piling out. I'm talking like when the game first came out. Oh my god, that was so much fun. And it was literally true open world, because like you didn't have to run missions if you didn't want to. You could just go out and fly around and still find things to interest yourself. You know, and that was when grinding and farming was at its realest, because they had those orbs that you had to farm before they changed everything in the game. And people would go out into the cities and farm orbs to use to build their gear. And I got like top level PvP gear too, Trey. Yep, I got top level PvP gear. If you know who the Gladiator is from Marvel Comics, he guards the Shi'ar throne of the Shi'ar Empire. And Professor X of the X-Men once had a romantic interest with Lilandra, who sat on the Shi'ar throne. And the Shi'ar throne is guarded by the Gladiator. That's the guy in my little icon. And that's the guy that was my hero in DC Universe Online. I can't believe you got me interested in downloading DC Universe Online again. I can't believe that. I really kind of can't believe you got me interested in that. Yeah, Strontium Gladiator. The Gladiator is, in my opinion, the only hero besides Thor and Hulk that can go toe to toe with the Sentry. Because the Sentry is hailed as Marvel's version of Superman. But before the Sentry, the Gladiator was Marvel's version of Superman. And the Gladiator's no joke. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of new raids. I tried to come back to the game like 4 years ago, and it didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. Because another thing too, that was around that time they kept changing the system of building out your gear. Like, they were changing it a lot, and I had to keep learning a brand new system. No, the DLC probably wasn't free then. Give me one moment, folks, before I start this. I'm just going to run to the men's room. I'll be right back. The only problem I had, Trey, with DC Universe Online was, if you're trying to be the Hulk, per se, let's say you choose a strong character and you make the guy green, you really couldn't choose a power that made you feel like the Hulk without having some weird animation attached to it, like plants growing on you, or rocks growing on you, or ice growing on you, you know what I mean? So, like, for instance, for the Gladiator, I was using fire as my power. But the Gladiator in the comic books doesn't have any fire coming off of him, but I made it work for the video game, you know. That's the only thing I had difficulty with. Like, you couldn't just be a strong man. You had to be a strong man with some sort of effect. You think Rage would be the best for that? I didn't really like Rage because, if I remember correctly, Rage had a difficult mechanic that you had to follow when using Rage. If I remember. Your fire? What's all kind of weird though, glitches? When I finished, I do believe, Trey, I was at top level, and I think I was 175, 180 when I stopped. So like there was no level higher than I was at when I stopped, and I think it was 175. So they're at 290 now. And yeah, I was a fire tank and a fire DPS with Gladiator. 350. Wow. Have the raids gotten better, the same, bigger, smaller? And something's wrong with this.
All right, Hank, what's this about a new mech?
Oh, here we go.
We've been hearing whispers about an experimental dreadbot. My team just found the facility.
Because I remember them having pretty decent raids.
We think you can intercept the plans
and a lot of them.
Into production.
Send us the coordinates. Ready, Stretchy?
Heck yeah! Let's go nab some blueprints.
Well, I can't believe you got me talking about DC Universe Online. In fact, I remember the last time I was playing DC. It was the summer of 2020. Because I was so happy the Avengers was coming out. I would go out into the open world in DC and stand in front of all the DC heroes and then do that choking maneuver. Like, yeah, DC's about to choke because of Avengers.
I know it's not what we came here for, but the blueprints can wait.
I would do that with my Spider-Man.
Guys on the ground. See if you can find us a lead on those Inhumans.
The watchdogs are getting more powerful, aren't they? Seems like they're everywhere.
Nobody's trying to stop them.
Do you have a main power?
But you know that's a pretty big us, so I think we've got a chance.
Totally.
Am I alone or are these players?
Do you know how many Inhumans are hiding out here?
Hard to tell. My people spotted a couple being taken into custody, but we suspect there are more.
How did the watchdogs know to look here? These aren't their usual stomping grounds.
AIM has a couple caches around here. The Inhumans could have been spotted on their way through.
So I'm gonna see what these people are up to. Yeah, Fire DPS was one of the original DPSs. You know, when they... Have they added more powers?
Well, S.H.I.E.L.D. used to have agents stationed up.
I think the last thing they added when I was playing was Rage. Do they have anything I don't know about when it comes to status for powers? Dude, I've got 16 characters.
We don't want to leave those people stranded out there. Please hurry.
We're on our way.
Now, question. You say, I have a question that I want to see if you can answer. Electric Earth? No, Earth was already out. Earth, Electric, and Rage are out. But they have Atomic? I don't know about Atomic. That sounds different. Now, before I left the game, I had 16 heroes I was working on. And you said you have to pay if you want to use more than 6. Well, what if I work on 6 and then I deactivate those? Will it let me unlock another 6 and then come back to the ones that I deactivated and reactivate them later? Like, can I go back and forth between activated and deactivated heroes? Or do I have to always stick with the 6 I have and never get to the other heroes unless I pay? Permanently? Okay. That's such a tease. 10 whole characters out of reach. But still, I'm intrigued. And that's more than I've been in 2.5 years. I am intrigued. There's something about loading into your character and flying into the watchtower and seeing everybody just congregated there, just doing whatever. There's something about that that affects you socially. I can't really explain it. And see, I went through the stages of before a watchtower even existed, and you would just load into the game and people would just congregate on a roof somewhere. And then they were like, okay, well, we're going to give you all your own apartments because we see you congregating on all these roofs. So now everybody had an apartment, but then what happened was the outside world, the open world kind of died because now everybody was inside their apartments. So to get everybody to congregate again, they gave them a central social point with the watchtower. And that's really how the watchtower came about, because they wanted people to be social in the game again. But I kind of liked it better when everybody was flying around the city farming for the orbs. Or what did you say the orbs are called again? I forgot their name. You remember those days, huh? Dude, those were the days. I mean, that's when PvP was like real PvP, and you would go out into the open world and you would build up your character for PvP, but then like you would go out into the open world in your PvP gear and find other villains and or heroes, if depending on what you were, and fight. Like, you could chase people around the map. It was crazy, bro. Like, you felt like you were really patrolling. Then they had those random areas with events going on that you could just stop and participate in if you want to. You don't have to. I was really hoping for something like that with this game. I didn't know this game was going to be chopped up into a whole bunch of areas that you load into. I thought it would be like one giant New York City where you load into, and then you go around and interact with different events. Spider-Man, what's up, Chris K? Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins his web, la da da. Yeah, I wish it would be like that, Trey, bro. I really wish it would. You know, and plus, the way they had it where, like, there was much more expanded worlds added on, but the base world was the Metropolis and Gotham. You know, and then if they wanted to take you to, say, Green Lantern's planet, that would be part of, you know, one of the missions, and you would go there, and I like that. That's the other power, hard light.
You made, but the sticky hands and feet were from.
Oh, hey, Spider-Man.
I thought I was talking to Kamala. Okay, they won't let me talk to her. Man, Chris K, you won't believe it, but Trey just got me interested in loading up DC Universe Online again and revisiting that open world game. I might even stream that as my revisit to DC Universe Online and let you all, like, see. Wouldn't that be fun? Because I've never streamed DC Universe. I didn't even know about streaming when I was playing that game. How you doing, Chris K? Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good one. Hope it's starting out well. I haven't played DC Universe since this game started. I thought it was longer than that, but then I realized I flirted with it the summer before Avengers came out because I was so excited about Avengers. I just had like that superhero excitement in my veins, and I downloaded DC Universe Online and went in, and it still cost money back then. So it had to have gone free quite recently, bro. It had to have gone 100% free quite recently. You're welcome, Chris. Anytime. When's the last time you played DC Universe, Chris? Something's wrong with this queue. It says it's enabled, but I don't see it trying to populate with other heroes or other players, so I'm gonna reset. Since last year. Wow, I can't. Well, you know what? I think time forced their hand. I bet you a lot of people are flooding back now that it's free. The nostalgia got me interested. In fact, I'll be honest with you, I might even download that game now that I know it's free, just to check it out as soon as I'm done with this stream today, because now I'm a little bit excited. Because when you invest that much time into a money in the game, I mean, I have 3 league halls. And what's the coincidence that my boy calls me yesterday, who's still in my league? He's the last existing member in my league. What's the chances that he called me yesterday and then you hopped into the chat and told me about that today, and you didn't even know I was talking to him, Trey? That's what's crazy. Wow. Yeah, I can't even remember what level I'm at in that game. But I'm a baby now. I used to be a big dog in that game. Now I'm a baby. Yeah, I like this. I love looking forward to events in that game. Like, even like the summer event where you go out and fight the guys on the boats in the river in Metropolis. Or fighting Pennywise. Well, not Pennywise, but who was that you fought at Christmas, that vampire type dude? I forget his name. But I like the Christmas event, I like the Halloween event, I like the summer event. And they had a spring event too. We had to find like gold pots around the city. Blade? What about Blade? Wow, everything's free. I can't believe that.
Thanks for the portal, Theo.
Welcome to our little remote hideout.
Can you tell I like free?
All right, Hank, we're inside. Everything up and running?
Oh, you're in for a treat. See you in a bit.
Blade to Avengers? Tastes like chicken. Yeah, 'cause I'm Blade. You don't want to mess with me. I'll take your whole crew down, and then I'll bite you and turn you into a vampire if I want to. And then I'll force you to go down the city streets and fight vampires with me. And I can walk during the day. I'm a day walker. You won't be a day walker. You'll be a display walker. You just display the fact that I bit you in the neck because you're just a punk. Because I'm Blade. Yeah, man. Blade's all that, boy. He carried that. He was the pre-MCU in the 90s. Blade was slicing brothers up to keep Marvel alive. For Stan Lee, before anybody even knew about no Spider-Man. In the movies, it was Blade with Wesley Snipes just killing them.
You've defeated this contingent. I expect they won't be the last. AIM squad dead ahead. Well done. Keep going.
Uh-oh, Hawkeye's flying now. Vampire killing missions. You're not talking about DC Universe, because Blade isn't a DC character. What game you talking about? You mean adding Blade to this game? The only thing about Blade is if they added him to this game, he wouldn't really add much more dimension to the game than somebody like Winter Soldier would. You know what I mean? He would. We already have the sword fighting with Kate Bishop and Hawkeye, right? And Blade uses guns too. And we have that with Black Widow, and we're gonna get it with Winter Soldier.
They've split up the prisoners.
And
something about a security breach.
I think the best thing about adding Blade to this game would be the unique fighting style that they would give him, and any unique heroics. I'd be interested in seeing that, but beyond that, I don't see him being much different than a character like Winter Soldier when it comes to adding him to this game.
There they are. You'll need to destroy the locking mechanisms to open the cells.
You're up, Theo.
I'm on it.
But it would still be a cool addition. And this game needs more characters that are black, straight up. You know, I would like to see Falcon added to the game. I would like to see Blade added to the game for that reason.
Walk right through. The cells are all open. Nice work. An elite AIM team is close by and on alert.
I would like to see Monica Rambeau added. I would also like to see, I'll be honest with you, Power Man, I think would make a great addition just because he's another Hulk type character. And then you could get great line actors that say, "Sweet Christmas." I would like to see that. I remember that in the mobile game I played, Future Fight, where Power Man was always saying, "Sweet Christmas." Where's the last guy?
Sensors are picking up an AIM cache close by.
There he is.
Come on, open.
I've updated your HUD with the location of a large AIM mech nearby. Head there immediately.
Oh yeah, I know about Scar. In fact, I believe it's spelled S-K-A-R. He got long hair. He's a little skinnier, but just as vicious. Have you ever heard of Doc Samson? The long lost Doc Samson? Ah, okay. He's an oldie but goodie affiliate of Bruce Banner / the Hulk. I'm excited about that new Hulk skin that they have coming. That looks like the one straight out of the comic books where he's holding the two large guns. And he's wearing a black tank top and brown pants. That's gonna be a hot skin. Sadat was featuring it on his stream yesterday. Listen, anybody who's a regular to this channel knows, I've said many a times, if Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics want this game to have a long, life period, add Wolverine to the game. It's a wrap. I'm telling you. Once you have a game where Spider-Man and Wolverine are accessible, and I think they should eventually make Spider-Man available to Xbox players. If the game hangs around long enough, Xbox should get Spider-Man. Okay? But Wolverine, number one, at one point in time, he led the Avengers. And number two, he's the only hero whose popularity almost equals Spider-Man's. So if you have them both in the same game, it's a wrap. This game will be around for a long time just because of the strength of those heroes.
Still going through with this?
Alright, we have to destroy Monica's bridge for both sides, okay?
And Wolverine would be easy to add to this game, and I would really love to see the moveset and the heroics that they would come up with for Wolverine. Like, you know, he goes into that frenzy. Oh my goodness. The same way Hulk goes into his rage frenzy in this game. If Wolverine did for like 30-40 seconds and he's just going around ripping through whatever's in front of him, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm you know what? I hope he's an eventual mystery character, because you can't be stupid and be in the Marvel world and know that if you're trying to save a game, getting somebody like Wolverine added to this game, it would change the game completely. Everybody would want to, and then you could have like other X-Men crossover missions. They might not be part of the team, but just like they had Hawkeye as a companion when he first came out, you couldn't play him, but he would join you in the mission. You could have other X-Men join you in a mission, like Iceman or Colossus or Cyclops. Like you don't have to control them.
Destroying the bridge should stabilize it.
But add Wolverine to the game and then add some interesting X-Men missions that involve some of their members. This game will be around for a long time after that. Hands down. Because you know they're not going to mess up Wolverine's fighting ability. You know they're not going to mess it up. Because that's what they do the best with this game. That's what they do the best with this game, is fighting mechanics. So Wolverine would be disgusting. I already know it. And then think of all the different skins for Wolverine. Oh my god, thinking about Wolverine skins is making me have a seizure. I'm sorry, but Wolverine skins, wow. The blue and yellow suit, the tan suit, the Weapon X outfit, just the cowboy hat outfit, like just all the classic Wolverine skins. Think of that. And everybody would buy all the Wolverine skins. Like all of them would sell. Like think of that. If you want to save this game, get Wolverine and line up some skins. Get Wolverine and line up some skins. Never mind that they're coming out with a Wolverine game. So Wolverine will already be a hot topic because of the game. And it wouldn't be like you're competing with the Wolverine game. It would actually be complementing the Wolverine game. Just like Fortnite does it, where like every time somebody does something, they come out with those heroes. Well, hey, if you come out with a Wolverine game, why not add Wolverine to Marvel's Avengers to commemorate his arrival? I mean, that's what I would be doing if I was CEO of Crystal Dynamics or Square Enix. Be like, what? We've got the game up and running. Now how do we capitalize on it? Add Wolverine. Done deal. Game saved. Old Man Logan skin. Old Man Logan skin. Jesus. Alpha Flight skin. Alpha Flight was before, pre-X-Men. Alpha Flight. That's another thing too. When I was growing up, it was always big in the comic books when heroes came up against other heroes or super teams came up against other super teams. We need a DLC where like the Puppet Master takes control of Fantastic Four and the Thing is rampaging around the city and you gotta go in and stop the Thing or something like that. That needs to be a mission added to this game. That would it would flush out the Marvel universe that exists within the game. Even if it was only just a mission. Like when we fight Taskmaster. How about we fight the Thing? And at the end of that battle, you break the mind control of the Thing and he thanks you for it and then goes back to the Baxter building. You know what I'm saying? A quick one and done. 4, 2, 1, 3.
Will that buy you enough time to get control of the bridge?
I'll work with whatever you can get us.
Not exactly a yes, but I'll take it.
Awaiting fourth code verification entry. All personnel, there is an unauthorized phone connection being attempted at the bridge.
Sorry, I'm talking too much. It's alright, I'm a comic book reader too.
You've delayed the security protocol. The system is adapting. Stay near the bridge while I attempt an override.
Dr. Pym, status?
Working on it.
Old Man Logan skin. Dude, see, that's the other thing. The potential, like, now that we know that this game is trying to generate their revenue through skins, just imagining the skins, the possibilities.
Awaiting third code verification entry. Awaiting fourth code verification entry.
But you know what I would like to see? Like, heck, we're getting a clone character with Jane Foster, right? Why not give us a Storm skin with Jane Foster and a Beta Ray Bill skin with Thor? Why not?
Yeah, I wasn't asking permission. Your experiments
I would love to see the game do something like that. So that way you could play as the character without them having to build a whole new hero. You would just accept, you know, Beta Ray Bill is another male version of Thor, and Storm Thor could be another skin of Jane Foster when they put Jane Foster in the game. I would like to see that. QC, what's up?
Tachyon surge inbound. Initiating next tier of the Vault Unlock protocol.
Red Guardian, I like that. From Black Widow. I like that. Oh, and remember when we were talking about Blade earlier and him using a sword, I think they're also talking about maybe later adding Black Knight. I might be incorrect about that.
Final code verification complete.
But Black Knight, if he was added to the game, would definitely be using a sword. I mean, you can't have Black Knight without a sword, right? The ebony blade. That's a powerful weapon. People don't know about the ebony blade. People sleep on the ebony blade. But that's almost just as mysterious and powerful a weapon as Thor's Uru hammer.
Your defeat is inevitable.
In fact, I think, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong, but I think Black Knight has to basically fight with that blade to feed its thirst for blood, if I'm correct.
Kate, AIM has control of the bridge. We can't open it again unless we get it back.
Please just hang on.
Right. Yup, alternate skins for different characters. Like, for instance, you know Tigra? She's from the Avengers. She would be a perfect skin to go over Black Panther's skin because she would fight just like Black Panther. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. I didn't even realize we're on the last enemy right now. My bad. I'm so into this conversation because you got me thinking about, once you said Wolverine, bro, it was a wrap. You got me going. I would have to say he's probably my next favorite hero besides Spider-Man, Thor, and Hulk. It definitely would be Wolverine.
I could use some help.
And we're done.
Require assistance.
Yeah, Red Guardian would be a great overlay skin for Captain America. Storm, the Storm version of Thor would be a great overlay for Jane Foster when she comes out. The Betty Ray Bill version would be great. You know, so what that the hammer doesn't look like Betty Ray Bill's hammer from, and maybe they might be able to do that by then. You know, a Betty Ray Bill hammer, because it is a different looking hammer.
It all makes a difference. AIM's efforts must be countered at every turn. Keep fighting the good fight.
That was fun. This is a good team. Yeah, man. I just want to talk to you guys for a moment, because this is wild, bro. You got me thinking of all the different possibilities now with skins, because I actually think some of what we're discussing might eventually end up in the game. Might. You know, because the name of the game is money. And if the idea makes money for them, they might go with it. And I'm sure they're trying to find a convenient answer for some of the heroes requested to be seen in the game. And you're right, the best way is with skins. I mean, even think Wonder Man, right? No, I don't. Wonder Man or Hercules, for instance. Hercules, you could give him Hulk's mechanics. You could just throw a skin over Hulk and have him be Hercules. The only thing is you would have to change his animation on the plane, because you don't want Hercules stomping and doing all that shuffling like Hulk does, because only a Hulk would do that. I'm starting to wonder why they couldn't do a Wolverine skin over Black Panther. What do you think about that? Instead of, if they can't give us Wolverine, what if they gave us his skin over Black Panther? You could pounce on people and claw them. I don't mind you adding me to the PlayStation Group's QC. Oh, I appreciate you wanting to do that. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I think there is something big in the works. I agree with that, QC, because when I heard them say that the Spider-Man game and the Wolverine game are in the same universe, that New York map, man, I feel like it's, every time I play either a Spider-Man game or a Miles Morales game, I'm like, look how big this map is. I feel like so much more could be done with it. And, you know, if you had DLCs that overlapped heroes in the game, similar to the way Web of Shadows did it. You know, Web of Shadows, when you started playing as Spider-Man, you got trained by Power Man. You ran into Black Cat and Wolverine. You fought the symbiote. You got a symbiote outfit. You fought Kingpin. Like, you got a little bit of the entire Marvel Universe in one game. And I would like to see that more overlapping of heroes in the Marvel continuity. You know what I mean? In the Marvel Universe. Straight out of the comics. That's something that's missing in the MCU. They're trying to do it with the Avengers, but in the comic books, the world didn't revolve around the Avengers. And that's what the MCU makes it kind of seem like. You know what I mean? But the Avengers were a super team and a significant super team. But, like, it wasn't like every comic book hero you picked up in Marvel, everybody was worried about what the Avengers were doing. No. You know, people were doing their own thing. Like Power Man and Iron Fist. They were doing their own thing. Punisher, he was doing his own thing. Spider-Man, he was doing his own thing. You know, Hulk, he was doing his own thing. Even though he was a honorary member of the Avengers, most of the time Hulk was doing his own thing. You know, he wasn't always around, and Thor wasn't always around either. That's why they would always have to, like, get another strong man like She-Hulk or Wonder Man or Thing. You know, because their strong men weren't always immediately available. Oh boy. Thank you very much for the offer to add me, QC. Well, I had some great conversations with all of you today. I am unfortunately ending the stream early today because I am going to be visiting my grandsons tonight to babysit, and I have some errands to run. Before I do so, I had a lot of fun talking to you guys today, especially about, you know, all the different possibilities for what they could add to Marvel's Avengers moving forward. And Trey, man, I gotta thank you again for perking my interest into DC Universe, because I definitely think I'm gonna check that out and see what's up, because it's been a while. And I invested a lot of money, so why not? I still own the game, you know? I still own the game. But folks, if you haven't already, please tickle that like button. Make it giggle. Follow the link pinned to the top of the chat. Lots of marvelous content to browse on my channel. And 99% of my content is family friendly. And I had a lot of fun playing today. I did more, you know, it's funny. When I started streaming, I was more of a gamer, less of a streamer. But the longer I stream, I feel like I'm becoming more of a streamer and less of a gamer while I'm streaming. Because that time right there, I was just really playing without paying attention, and talking a lot. And I'm not normally I'm not comfortable doing that. But it's becoming easier and easier for me. I don't like multitasking. I think multitasking is something that was forced upon the younger generations, and it's really unnatural to always have to be splitting your focus on things. But hence what I'm doing now, you know, playing the game and talking to all of you. All right, QC, thank you, bro. I enjoyed your company. And you know what, QC, I'm also gonna check out your channel and subscribe. I meant to the other day, but when I get off, I'm also gonna check out your channel so I can give you some support, okay? And you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll check you in the next stream. Peace.